Hello YouTube, Freddie Cardone here. Back again with another Driving in the News video. This time I'm going to drive a little bit in Paterson, New Jersey. And I'm doing that for the fans of the Pride in Paterson playlist. I have not been able to upload any Paterson videos due to family situations. And I haven't been able to go out and film. And the next couple of days, I won't be able to upload anything. I'll be on bereavement leave due to the death in the family. But anyway, we're here in Paterson, New Jersey. I'm going to drive a few of the streets just to show some of my ex-Patersonian subscribers or Patersonian subscribers. I wanted to show you some pieces of your hometown as I listen to the news for today. And I know that the Driving in the News video is not very exciting, it's not very entertaining, but I feel it's important to record our history. Hopefully you guys got a chance to check out the 4th of July broadcast. That was a 3-hour video, so I'm not surprised if some of you haven't seen it. But check out a few segments of it, kind of let you know what was going on the 4th of July on the East Coast. And make sure I don't pass the stop sign here on 21st Avenue. Let's take 21st Avenue. I featured this street already on the channel. All right, let me, as I drive to work, get you the news.
That we'll see at the top of each episode for the new season. It premieres on Sunday.
Attention patients of urologist Darius Paddock. If you were suspicious of Dr. Paddock, you were right. Call the DiPietro law firm at 2.
And of course, we start with a commercial. But I also feel the commercials are part of it.
Abuse and exploiting male patients. Call the DiPietro law firm.
The commercials in the archives.
212-233-3600 or visit atdlaw.com.
The iconic intersection, Madison and 21st Avenue.
Your outcomes.
Occupied.
Hurry up.
Go away. I'm enjoying my hot shower.
Yeah, we'd all like to. Hot water hose.
That's it, family meeting. We can all enjoy long, steaming, hot showers. Even the last of...
In about a minute, we'll get the headlines.
Go ahead. Have that imaginary...
There's St. Joe's there in the background.
New high-efficiency Navient tankless water heater. I'll never take a cold shower again. Visit tanklessmadesimple.com.
Folks on the left there trying to get onto Route 80. That's a difficult section sometimes.
News 1010 wins at 92.3 FM.
The news.
Here we go. Headlines. July 11th, 2023.
10 wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes. We'll give you the world.
Good morning, 70 degrees. It is 7:40 on this Tuesday, July 11th. I'm Susan Richard, and here's what's happening. As parts of the Hudson Valley deal with millions of dollars in damage, still no word from the feds on a disaster declaration following Sunday's deadly rain. A vigil to be held in Richmond Hill tonight in honor of the victims of Saturday's shooting spree that left an 86-year-old man dead and 3 others wounded. A rally set for outside Governor Hochul's office to push for her to sign off on more overdose prevention centers in New York. Turkey's now decided to back Sweden, joining NATO. And there was no winner in last night's Powerball drawing. Tonight's mega is pretty big, too. In sports, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. wins the All-Star Home Run Derby, while the Mets' Pete Alonso knocked out in the first round. AccuWeather, mostly sunny, less humid, but hot today. Will get up around 90. Winds News Time, 7:41. Let's get traffic and transit. Here's Karen Stewart.
Back to the Hudson River crossings, checking what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The Lincoln is now 35 minutes. The inbound George is 25 to 30. The inbound Holland is 25 to 30. And the outbound George upper level is about 30 minutes, half hour, while the lower outbound is a 10-minute delay. Now, the Major Deegan Expressway, stuck with an accident that we've got going on the Deegan. It's down by 225th Street, West Kingsbridge Road, and we've got delays delays that go up to McLean Avenue in Yonkers. Pretty heavy stuff there, too, over on the Deegan. The northbound Deegan is doing fairly well. Just off the RFK, you're going to notice some slowdowns getting out to Grand Concourse. The westbound Cross Bronx is heavily delayed from Castle Hill Avenue, that's what it's called, Castle Hill Avenue, out into the Sheridan. And the southbound Bruckner from the same points are very heavy as well. We've got a delay on the Whitestone Expressway. Northbound, traveling up from the Bronx-bound Whitestone Bridge, that northbound Whitestone Expressway delay starts at 25th Avenue, and we're good over at the Frogs Neck Bridge. But you will run into that Bronx and Pelham Parkway construction on the Bruckner once you get into the Bronx. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes around the clock. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Solving mysteries is hard. Streaming them isn't. This Mystery Month on BritBox, stream the best selection of British mysteries, including the newest seasons of Luther, Silent Witness, Father Brown, Vera, and more. Stream with a free trial now at BritBox.com.
No word yet on a federal disaster declaration, but Governor Hochul Tuesday expanded the state emergency following Sunday's deadly rainfall to include Rockland, Clinton, Essex, and Oswego counties.
Majority Leader Schumer called and said whatever is needed with infrastructure dollars to help the rebuilding, also making sure that we let West Point know that the Army Corps of Engineers can be of assistance if there's rebuilding there as well.
Stony Point, among the very hard-hit areas.
The Hudson Valley needs help. A 1,000-year flooding event washed out roads and bridges, swamped cars and homes, undermined railroad beds, and triggered rock slides. Routes 9W, 6, and the Palisades Parkway are still shut down, headed to Highland Falls and West Point. Drivers hit a dead end here at 9W, south of Bear Mountain, and then they face a long, circuitous detour. Governor Hochul and New York's federal lawmakers are looking to FEMA for assistance. They're hoping for grants to help pay for cleanup and repairs. Officials estimate it could cost tens of millions of dollars and take months to recover. Sean Adams, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in Stony Point.
Queens residents to come together this evening on the corner of 109th Street and Jamaica Avenue in Richmond Hill. That's the site where an 86-year-old man was gunned down in a shooting spree over the weekend that left 3 other people wounded. Friends, family, and neighbors to hold a vigil tonight.
Borough President Donovan Richard says the shooting on Saturday in the span of a half hour by a man on a scooter through Brooklyn and South Queens shows how these shootings are too common, and the vigil is not only to honor the victims, but to show the community will stand up to gun violence.
This is Queen's response. We're never going to take this lying down. We're going to stand up for our neighbors.
This is the family of 86-year-old Hamoud Saeedi honored the father, grandfather, and great-grandfather at a funeral in Brooklyn Monday. His eldest son, Ahmed, spoke with reporters.
We need justice for my father, also for the other victims who got shots. This has been a very bad time for us. The family are all devastated.
Meanwhile, 25-year-old Thomas Abreu, the food delivery worker police say killed him and shot 3 others, arraigned from a hospital bed on murder, attempted murder, and weapons charges. Samantha Leapman, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in Queens.
Several groups to rally outside Governor Hochul's office today. This is to protest what they say she's not doing to deal with the drug crisis in New York. Stephen Gray is the drug policy director for Vocal NY. He tells 1010 Wins they applaud the governor for making Narcan more widely available, but it's not enough.
Across New York State, more than 17 New Yorkers a day, so that's 1 every 90 minutes, is losing their life to a preventable overdose. And to date, Governor Hochul has yet to authorize overdose prevention centers across New York State.
There are 2 in Upper Manhattan, but they're calling for centers to go up in Brooklyn, the Bronx, Buffalo, Rochester, and Syracuse. As recently as May, the governor announced a plan to try to combat xylazine, that's the so-called zombie drug. 1010 Wins has reached out to the governor's office on this, and we're awaiting a response. New York City's now filed a federal lawsuit against 4 e-cigarette distributors for illegally selling vape products to kids. Mayor Adams.
We are seeking a court order preventing these distributors from further delivering their dangerous flavored products into New York City and forcing them to pay for the harm they've already caused.
Named in the suit, the Buffalo-based Magellan Technology Inc. and Demand Vape, as well as the Queens-based Empire Vape Distributors and Star Vape in Brooklyn. Both Mayor Adams and Governor Hochul to speak today at the 40th Annual Conference of the National Association of Latino Elected Officials. This is the largest gathering of Latino policymakers in the country. It'll be the first time they've held their conference here in New York City. 70 degrees, nice and sunny. The humidity's lowering. That's Looks good. 61% now. The winds are calm. Sunny, less humid. A hot day, though. We'll get up to 90 degrees. Then mostly clear. Warm tonight. 74 in town on the overnight. 60s in most suburbs. Tomorrow, AccuWeather saying mostly sunny, hot, and becoming more humid again. The high 92 and the real feels tomorrow in the upper 90s. Well, folks are going to be breaking out the bug spray on Long Island. That's as testing turns up positive for West Nile.
Last year here in Suffolk County, 11 people were diagnosed with the West Nile virus, including Bill Green of Huntington Bay. He almost died. And now the county's health department reports a mosquito sample from West Babylon tested positive for the virus on June 27th. Green tells me he also was diagnosed with encephalitis and spent 2 months in the hospital.
It's a very simple warning. You have to take these mosquitoes seriously.
How can you protect yourself? Don't leave any standing water around your house, like bases of flower pots and watering cans. Use bug spray and wear long sleeve shirts and pants when outside. Symptoms can be mild, like headache and body aches, to severe, including coma, tremors, and paralysis, and high fever. In Bill's case, he was admitted to the hospital with a 107-degree fever.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little snippet of Paterson, New Jersey as I drive. Even though technically right now where I am is actually Clifton, but you can see Paterson there on the other side. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much for viewing and subscribing. And we'll see you on the next video.